Locomotives, Episode 4, Probmatic Pilot. James the Red Engine had not been on the island for a long time, and was still learning. He had almost exclusively been on shunting duties or slow pick-up goods. One of the engines in his shed was Gordon. As you know, he can be quite a piece of work. However, over all that, James wondered one thing. Why was the Marin Incline called Gordon's Hill? The question came into mind one night in the sheds. Much to all the other engines' delight. "I'll tell you why," Henry cheered. "You shall not," came the thunderous reply from the Grand Pacific. "What's wrong? Is the Grand Gordon embarrassed that he got stuck on a hill by some measly wagons?" Henry cheered. Enough, Gordon boomed, his voice echoing through the sheds. The others stayed quiet for the rest of the evening, not wanting to start another argument. The next morning, the Fat Director arrived. "The Express is having extra dining and kitchen coaches added. This means I will need James to pilot the Express so it does not stall on the Marin Incline." Gordon's eyes narrowed in mental agony as he seethed at the idea of sharing a high-speed train with him. He grumbled as he rolled over to the coaling stage. James had never understood Gordon's pompous behaviour. He was an express engine, yes, but on an island with a railway the size of a backwater main line. Nothing to really be prideful of. The young red engine rolled towards the Grand Pacific. "So how fast on average do we go?" "Around 75, 85 most of the way. Think you can handle it?" he smirked. "Course I can. It's quick for a goods engine." "I'm not a goods engine, I'm mixed traffic." "Sure, mate," Gordon mocked as he gracefully rolled to the station, with James following quickly behind, taking the sight of the Grand Terminus. Gordon backed slowly onto the luxurious carriages, their orange paint gleaming in the low light of the morning. He was soon followed by James, bumping into him roughly. "Oi, careful, we're not pulling trucks, you know." "Sorry," Red Engine replied sheepily. Soon the clock struck 8, and the town hall bell rang, and the guard blew his whistle. With all this happening, James forgot to get moving, and he felt the weight of Gordon forcing him forward. "Come on, come on, come on," the big blue engine barked. I'm going," he groaned back. Soon the long train was snaking through the countryside. They thundered through Thomas's Junction, causing quite a racket for the poor engine. Soon they raced over the viaduct, and Wellsworth Station was in their sights. They were about to race through the yard until... James felt the train now dragging behind him. "Oof, what has happened to me?" Gordon shrieked. His injectors had failed. His driver and fireman quickly dropped his fire, and his driver walked up to James's crew. "Sorry lads, but he's failed. Do you think you can take the train on?" "As long as you can help with braking," James's driver, Molly Marsh, chuckled, before speaking to James. "Do you think you can handle this train to the works, lad?" "I think I can," he said, anxiety laced in his voice, as both crews prepared the train for movement. A few minutes later, James slowly started dragging the train through the station. A couple of purple tank engines watched as James funneled belches out smoke and sparks. Soon, he reached the hill and used as much pressure as he could, almost filling the valley with a low fog of his own smoke. The couplings groaning as his rods creaked all the way to the summit. As he crested the hill, he lugged the rest of the train over, coasting through the last few stations, before pulling into a small station called Baron Finnett's, the last station on the main line. He pulled Gordon and himself off the train and into the yard. He was tired, weary, as he rolled off onto the turntable. "Even though we were late, I think it was a glorious run on your part. I'd be happy to do this more in the future if you give up this performance." Grand Engine said, praising the little mogul, who with a smug smile backed onto Gordon before running Light Engine to the works.